Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to those in attendance here at the Air Canada Centre and to all watching on TV or via the World Wide Web on the internet. I'm Paul Jones of the Raptors broadcast crew, and I'm thrilled to be here this morning for this announcement. Joining us here, Raptors President General Manager Masai Ujiri and one of the newest members of the Toronto Raptors, DeMarre Carroll. DeMarre is, hey, why not? Don't let that smile fool you, folks. He comes from a background of 40 minutes of hell, it's called, right? He'll tell you more about that later. And if you see any bears, warn them right now. DeMarre is coming off a career-best season where he averaged 12.6 points and 5.3 rebounds and helped the Atlanta Hawks reach the Eastern Conference Finals. He's regarded as one of the most efficient wing players in the NBA game today. He made 49% of his field goal attempts and made 123 pointers in 70 games for the Atlanta Hawks. It's my privilege now to introduce Masai and turn the floor over to him for his comments and his words about DeMarre. Masai?
Thank you. Thank you all for coming out. Another special day, I think, for the Raptors family. We want to welcome a player that we've always admired. His talent as a person. I was fortunate enough to work with DeMarre in Denver. A great human being we're bringing to our program, and we feel very, very privileged. And he was one of our prime targets during free agency, and I know Jonesy has gone through all the stats and the accolades. We want to win in Toronto. We want to win in Toronto, and we feel this is a part of building and growing towards that. And it's an honor for me to sit here and welcome, I think, one of the toughest players in the NBA. We struggled a little bit at the three position. We haven't had a natural three-man for a few years here, and it was a target for us to address this position. So I won't say too much. We thank you guys, thank the media for coming out, the Raptors fans and our organization. I thank ownership for giving us just the support to go out and do things like bring a player like this. So without anything more to say, I want everybody to welcome DeMarre Carroll. Welcome.
First, I want to start off by thanking Masai, thanking the organization, thanking my beautiful wife right here, just for this opportunity. Throughout my life, I've been through a lot. As many of y'all may read, I've been through a lot of obstacles throughout my life. From being shot in college to having a living condition, for an organization to take me under their wing and bring me here and look at me as a true part of this team means a lot. I don't take nothing for granted. Every time I step on the court, I play my hardest because this game is never promised to you. I lost my brother at an early age. I can go on how many negatives been in my life, but today, this is truly a positive. This is truly a positive to sit here before y'all and in the city of Toronto and represent put the city of Toronto across my chest and go out and represent y'all. And I'm gonna do everything I can to try to help this team reach their goals and reach their achievements. And like I said before, I just want to thank every individual who's standing here and who believed in me, especially Masai. He's seen me come from the bottom and make it to the top. So I'm truly blessed, and I just like to say thank you.
Thank you, DeMarre, and great to have you here in Toronto. At this time, we'll open the floor for questions from the media. And please wait for a microphone, and in following with protocol, your name and affiliation before you give your question.
Hey, DeMarre. Eric Corrine from the National Post. Congratulations. First question, why Toronto?
Why Toronto? I think this is a great organization. This is a winning program, you know, and I just felt great to be able to play alongside guys like Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan and add to this team. I think they have the best fans in the NBA, and I'm not just saying that. Just looking on TV and seeing all the fans outside of Air Canada Center was amazing. So I think Toronto has a lot to offer, and I just want to come in and help compete and do my part and help this team achieve the goals they want to achieve.
DeMarre, welcome. Josh Lewenberg, TSN Radio. You had said that the Raptors and Masai blew you away in that meeting on July 1st. What were your expectations of that meeting and of the Raptors' pitch going into that meeting?
When I mean they blew me away, they came in, they was real. You know, in the NBA, you can get so many teams and so many GMs and coaches that come in and tell you things that really don't come to true. And I've seen it. I've been on several teams, and I've seen it on a daily basis. But they came in, they was real with me. They told me what they thought of me, what they expected of me, and it wasn't nothing outrageous like me being the next LeBron James or the next Kevin Durant. It was just me coming in, being a junkyard dog, being the blue-collar guy, and just trying to add to this team.
DeMarre, Michael Grange from Sportsnet. Question for you is, you're used to, you reference toughness. How does that translate? What does that mean, not just on the floor, but around a team environment?
I think it's toughness on the court and it's toughness off the court, as in having a mental toughness. Some games you might not be mentally ready to play, and if you have that toughness to go out there and get yourself not only ready physically but mentally, that's the type of toughness that I'm trying to bring to this team. And the toughness as in leadership, go lead by example on the court. And, we got a lot of tough guys on the team. Kyle Lowry is definitely a tough guy. So I just want to add, man, I'm not coming in to try to be nothing spectacular. I'm just trying to come in, do my job, and help this team as much as I can.
And I guess, Masai, question for you, Anika from CB24. What specifically is DeMarre going to add to the team? And you can answer as well, DeMarre, specifically.
As I said before, I think we were missing a big three for the last couple years. I think we put a lot on Terrence and DeMarre. And I don't want to mention names on other teams because every time I do, it always causes problems. But we want to guard those players, We want to go out there and compete. And for us, he brings toughness. He's an addition to our team that where we feel we can get better defensively. And the way the league is going too sometimes, DeMarre's played the 4 position in college. He's played it in the NBA. Sometimes teams play smaller. I think we can be a little bit dynamic here. We saw it in the playoffs. It doesn't mean that's the way we're going to go, but this kind of dynamic player, I think, gives us those options.
John Chidley-Hill of the Canadian Press. This question's for Masai.
Yeah.
You have had a lot of on-court success since becoming GM of the Raptors, and I was wondering, how has that helped in attracting top-flight free agents like DeMarre?
You know, we want to be ourselves. That's the honest truth, you know. Winning a good organization, good ownership, doing what's true to your heart, you know. Our fans do that. Well, I think we're real in Toronto, and all those excuses and all the things they say about here. My experience during free agency this year has been spectacular. It's been the audience we got, the response we got. We're happy. We're happy to be who we are. And this is who we are. We're Toronto, and we're the Toronto Raptors. This is our city. I always say it is one team, one country, and we're going to preach that forever till we win big here. And we're not ashamed of anything. We never have been, and we never will be. And we'll go out there and compete. So I think DeMarre saw that, and we're happy. He's a real person too. We want real people here that come out and compete and play and want to win. Well, lastly, we're one of 30 NBA teams. There are not so many NBA teams, so I think you figure out a good program, a winning program, and players will always want to come. It's a great city, a great organization.
Eric Koreen again. One of the criticisms of this team last year was perhaps that the ball didn't move very much, a lot of isolation play. DeMarre, you're coming from a team that moved the ball a ton last year. What did you learn from Coach Bud on offense, and how do you see your offensive role changing now that you're here?
What I learned from Coach Bud was always pass up a good shot to get a great shot. And offensively here, you know, that's up for Coach Casey, you know, put me in a position where he wants me to be. So I'm really not really focused on offense. I always say that. My number one focus is defense. I'm trying to make this team become a better defensive team, and that's my goal. Offensively, like I said before, I said it in Atlanta, you know, I get in where I fit in. I try not to go to the extreme. If I got an open shot, I take it. If I run the lane as hard as I can, I get easy layups. But offensively, this team is through the roof. You know, they could put it in the basket real quick. But like I said before, defense is my main focus, and that's what Masai brought me here to do.
DeMarre, it's Steve Brotherston, Pro B-Ball Report. Toronto loves their blue-collar players, guys who, you know, give it all for their team and their careers. You've been through a lot. Where have you found your inspiration to persevere, to excel?
There's plenty of people who play big roles in my life. My father especially. My father has been there for me through thick and thin. My brother's been there through thick and thin. So I always believe hard work is a talent. People hear me say this a lot. When I was always in elementary school, middle school, I wasn't the brightest kid in the class, but I did all the extra credit. I did all my homework. And I reached the same goal as maybe the smartest person in the class. And that's how I feel when I'm on the basketball court. I'm not the most talented person, but I'm gonna do all the little things, you know, to be the most successful person. I'm gonna work on my game. I'm gonna dive in the crowd for balls. I'm gonna dive for loose balls. I'm gonna take charges. So I think I'm just as important as that most talented person on the team.
DeMarre, Michael Grange again. What is it like this moment? You're used to being, I mean, even waved a couple of times. Last year, 4 guys made an all-star team, you didn't. What's it like to have the spotlight on you, maybe for the first time in your career?
I don't think it's just a spotlight on me. I think finally blue-collar guys getting a little recognition. That's what I say. But You know, Masai did a good job of, you know, trying to bring in that toughness as adding myself, Corey Joseph. We just added Luis Scola. And he's done a good job this free agency of bringing the defensive-minded people to this team, individuals to this team. So I don't think the spotlight on me. I think the spotlight on all of us.